Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Rosie's View. We've got the beautiful sunrise behind us. I thought that was a really pretty start to the episode just because the sun is rising and it's time to film another Rosie's View. So, I have been getting phenomenal support on the last two episodes, and I can't thank y'all enough. I got a comment earlier today, and honestly, I'm really, really helping some people, and that's making me happy because I started YouTube to help people, and the fact that I got a comment like that just was amazing. Even though it was kind of a sad comment, at least I know I was able to help in some way. So, today's episode is it's not going to be as, serious as anxiety is, but it's going to be a topic that I kind of feel a bit passionately about, and that is relationships. So, for our little little thing that we're going to be doing this episode, little random thing that we always do, I told y'all that I wanted to start a brick shop with stone brick, this type of brick obviously that these make, and nether brick. So I'm going to be collecting some clay this episode, just because, I do my busy work and talk to you guys about serious things. So, relationships. There are different stages to relationships, and I'm just going to wander off spawn here. But honestly, relationships are a combined effort. So, relationships kind of start off, your first relationship will always be puppy love. That is what it's called, and yes, that's kind of a mediocre term for it. That's a childish phrasing, but it's very true in some ways. Puppy love, it sometimes starts out in kindergarten where you have this boy that he's your husband, your kindergarten husband, and you kind of just want to mimic what your parents have or try to symbolize, I don't know, the kind of emotions or feelings, and that's TeamSpeak, that your parents have and that you see them have. But obviously, when you're that young, you don't really understand what love is. So that's why it's kind of puppy love. It's kind of a puppy mimicking of the parents. It's not really, oh, I'm completely in love with this person. This is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. I doubt anybody knows that when they're in kindergarten. Or even, it goes as far as people can still be in puppy love in high school as long as they really don't know what love is. And honestly, it's really hard to know what love is. Love is a really difficult term to even define. I'm not sure any dictionary has properly defined what love is. Love is not something that you can define. Love is it's not just a feeling. It's something that you feel with your entire body, and I'm not saying I have felt love, besides the love, of course, of a parent or something like that, but I'm saying love is unique. It's not like something you can mimic. You can fake being in love, but that's only if you're really good at it and the person's ignorant. Ugh. But anyway, so puppy love is kind of just lack of knowledge, I guess. Lack of true meaning. But other than that, there are your test relationships, and these will be what you kind of get into in middle school or high school if you're a bit late, and sometimes even into your early years as an adult. And that's the test relationships, and I call it the test relationships because you're kind of testing out and getting a feel for who you like, the type of person you want to be with. You'll date all different kinds of guys or girls if you're a guy out there. You'll date the punkish kind of person. You'll date the too sweet, too innocent. You'll date the cutesy. You'll date the troublemaker. you're trying to figure out who you're compatible with, and might not always be what you originally thought. It might be someone completely different. And that's why you have to kind of test it. You don't know. It could turn out to be just completely different from everything you've always imagined. Because not all romance is a Cinderella story. It's not all fantasies and things like that. Love can be unexpected. It's unique in that way. There are many things you can expect in this world, but love is not one of them. So, Then there will be your long-term relationships, and these are when you actually start getting serious, and you actually will imagine a life with them, and you will try to think to yourself, can I live with this person? Is this a type of person that I could see myself waking up to every morning and talking with every night, seeing every single day? Like, this is the time when you start to question all of those things. You start to question, will they like look good in 20 years? Because I mean, of course, besides the emotional effect or emotional feelings and stuff, there are the appearances that always factors in, even though you don't want it to. It does always factor in eventually, even if not at the beginning. But you kind of long-term relationships are when you're thinking about the future. And those relationships are sometimes the best and sometimes the worst. I mean, the endings of them could be tragic. If you had a really good relationship with this person as friends, even before you became a couple, then the breakup, if you guys don't have a mutual agreement on it, there could be some hard feelings, and that's why relationships are kind of stressful with that, dating a friend. But at the same time, it could be really, really good. And I'm getting another poke on TeamSpeak. But dating a friend, I mean, you already know everything about them, or more than you'd know about a random stranger who you would fall in love with in some cases, like those romantic movies that you see on TV. With friends, you know how it is. So I strongly suggest dating a friend, but make sure it's somebody you actually like and not somebody that you just want to see if it'll work. Okay. I didn't really think much on this topic besides, like, because I kind of know with relationships, my longest relationship, and this is where you get to learn a bit about Rose, the longest relationship I've ever had was 1.5 years. And obviously it didn't work out. We were both kind of still growing up at that part, and the point where you can start having long relationships, I believe, is like at 13, because that's when me and him started dating. But I mean, everybody matures differently, so some people could still be childish at that age, but I mean, it was a serious relationship. We were both thinking about our future and things like that, but it didn't work out. And he was a really good friend before we started dating. And yeah, for the first couple of months it was awkward and we couldn't really talk to each other. But I mean, now he helped me and my sister, or he helped my sister move into her new apartment the other day, and we were all hanging out. I think he even bought the ice for me to do the ice bucket challenge, even though I haven't actually done that yet. Don't hate me. But literally, like, we were able to hang out. So as long as you still keep a good, like, talking basis with the person, you're good. But just try not to end relationships on a bad note. I'm still friends with one of my best friends also, who I dated. Actually, the guy I dated shortly after the one I just spoke about, and I'm going to kill myself if I keep doing this. But anyway, okay. One thing you should never do in a relationship: never cheat. I know it might sound oh so cool to have like 5 boyfriends at once, but it's not. It makes you look slutty, makes you look really trashy, and honestly, it makes it to where people can't trust you. You don't need to have as many boyfriends as you want. You need to have one loyal boyfriend or girlfriend who will support you and be there when times are tough, and they need to know that they can trust you too. So you don't need to be thinking about other people and fantasizing about just other things you could be doing instead of being with that person. You need to be thinking about what you can do to make that person happy. And if they're not making you happy, then you don't, like, just let them know. So I'm kind of just rambling on this topic. There's a lot to cover with relationships. Okay, so I'm really kind of blocked right now. Okay. I will talk in a later episode, if y'all want, about how to talk to a guy that you like, how to tell a guy that you like them, because I mean that's kind of a difficult thing to do if you're not good at it. If you know what I'm saying. I am tired. But anyway, relationships and things like that. Okay, so eventually there will be that one, once you have tried all the test relationships and you found your type, and then you have started doing all the long-term relationships, and those are the serious ones, eventually you will find the guy that you will one day marry. And this is when things kind of go serious. And not saying I've found that yet, but just there will be that day. And you've got to kind of be ready for it, but I mean, live in the moment. Don't think about every 5 seconds, oh, is he going to propose to me? Am I wasting my time? Don't think about that. Think about what you can be doing then and there, and not in the future. Cherish every single moment you have with that person, and don't freak out if things aren't going the way that they could be. If a relationship's not working out, just tell the other person. But if you really, really have found the one and you're positive, then I'm sure a relationship or a marriage. Why am I talking about marriage? Most of you guys are probably 13 or 14 or 15 or something like that. I don't even know. But one day you will need to know this, that you've got to be absolutely positive that he's the guy. And once you are, you'll just know. You will absolutely just know. You will just feel it in your heart that this is the right person, and you won't even question it ever again. It's them. And you'll know it. And everything will just be clear to you. So don't sit there wondering, is this the one? If you have to ask, then it's probably not. So, okay guys, I don't know how short this episode's been, but I've been losing my voice all week, so I hope it covered the topic enough. I don't know. I didn't do much planning on this. Like I said, I know the topic a bit. Probably should have done some more planning or research or anything like that. But I mean, relationships they're pretty simple once you just kind of let things go. Let things go with the flow. Just let things happen. So I did get a ton of clay, which is good and which will be very, very useful. I think I'm going to build my shop in the next Havoc episode, or work on my nether passageway. I actually already built that today. I built the outline, not the actual thing. Don't worry about that. But so yeah, let me just get to a safe location. Stop! Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get to a safe location and end off the episode. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode of Rosie's View. And I'm so glad you guys are loving it, loving the series, and I hope I'm helping. Don't forget to tell me what you would like me to talk about in the next episode. I always film these on Thursday, so hopefully I get an idea before Thursday. If not, tell me on Twitter. I always will ask. So, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.